Shalom, Israel, giving honor and praise to the Most High God, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Amashek, Yahushua, for the blessing and the reading and the understanding to his holy and righteous words. Now, this is the part two to let us not forget, all right? So I had a lot for the last one, so I wanted to spread it into a two-part series. So hopefully it won't be that long. I'm just going to wrap up what I had because I got a lot more other stuff to bring to y'all, right? I got a lot of more other scriptures that I've put together, so I want to get through this in a timely fashion, and hopefully, you enjoy the rest of your Sabbath. You know what I'm saying, and continue to follow the Lord, man. We are in very good times for us. It's hard times in hell for everyone else, but we know the time that we are in, right? All right, so we're gonna pull out your 1611 King James Version Bible with the Apocrypha and read along with me, right? So we can make sure that what I'm saying is truth, right? Let's serve the Lord. All right, so without further ado, we're not gonna waste no time. Let's go to Ecclesiasticus, that's Sirach in your Apocrypha, chapter 18 and verse 20. All right, let's go. Before judgment, examine thyself, and in the day of visitation thou shalt find mercy. Humble thyself before thou be sick, and in the time of sins show repentance. All right, so I wanted to pull that one out because one thing that we have to do daily is examine ourselves, right? Because if you're not, and for one, this is a humbling walk. If you're cocky, the Lord not gonna deal with you. For one, he's gonna deal with you in a way that you're not gonna want him to deal with you. He's gonna break you down. All right, this is a humble walk. There's nobody above anybody right now. We all is in this walk together to get each other out of here hand in hand. All right. So, what that scripture is saying is, if you're a humble person, when you fall sick or something like that, people won't mind helping you out. For one, because you're humble. You know what I'm saying? And also that goes with the Lord most of all. If you're humbling yourselves, the day that you got sick and things like that, the Lord will remember that. All right, He'll remember your walk before you reached your sickness. Okay, and then He will show you uh, mercy, right? Because that's what we all want from the Father. We want mercy. Okay, that's why it says in verse 21, "Humble thyself before thou be sick." All right, you want to humble yourself so when that day come, the Lord can have better mercy on your soul, right? And in the time of sins, show repentance. Okay, so if you sin, because we got to remember now, a wise man, a righteous man falleth 7 times, but he gives no one the rights to sin willfully, right? All right. So we're gonna get a precept on that. Let's go to 2 Corinthians chapter 13 and verse 5. Let's go to 2 Corinthians chapter 13 and verse 5. Are you there? All right, let's get it. Examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves? You see that? That's a question Paul is asking people. Do you know yourselves? If you're a grown up still talking about you don't know yourselves, that's madness. And you got to get more in touch with the Lord. All right? It's a lot of people that grew up in this world and was like, I don't know myself. You know what I'm saying? And that's madness. All right. The Lord said, "The ox and the owner know of his, ox know of his owner, and the ass his master's crib." But Israel do not, nor do we consider. We just walk around here, grown, lost people. You know what I'm saying? And that's a sad. That's an illness, man. All right, so we're gonna move this on and move this up because the next thing that we cannot forget is to develop wisdom, right? All right, so let's go back to Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 18 and verse 19, right? Let me see. Let me make sure I put y'all on the right path now. Wait a minute. Hold up. Okay. Just a second. Let me see. Cause I be pulling them up and pulling them out. Yes. Okay. We're gonna go back with this one. All right. Okay. So I wanted to expound on it a little bit more. So we just gonna go into it. I wanted to pull out 19 also. All right, so that's why I wanted to go back. Okay, so it says, learn before thou speak, and use physic or ever thou be sick. All right. Before judgment, examine thyself, and in the day of visitation, thou shalt find mercy. Right. So I just wanted to read that in its entirety. You know what I'm saying? Learn before you speak. Don't be so rude. Right. So, and it's hard for a person to help you if you a mean, angry bastard. You know what I'm saying? This person wouldn't give a damn with too much about you. That even goes for when you're in the hospital. You ever been in the hospital and you in there, you hear people cussing out nurses and stuff like that? That'll make them fall back from you. All right? That'll make them fall back from you, man. All right? And the Lord is not going to have you also of disrespecting the people that he sent before you, because believe it or not, even the people that's there to help you at that time, the Lord grants them, you know, that ability to help you. All right, so we got to respect the things of the land, right? Because you're supposed to be a light upon the world, right? All right, and you got to let your light shine. Okay, so let us not forget that. All right, we should not forget that. So let's go to Proverbs, right? Let's go to Proverbs chapter 9 and verse 10. All right, let's go to Proverbs chapter 9 and verse 10. I'm gonna try not to ramble too much in this, right? I just want to get right to it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I got a lot more stuff. You know what I'm saying, that the Lord been just piling on me, and I want to make sure I get it to my people, right? So we can get edified. Okay. All right. So here we go. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding. Right? I'm going to read that again. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding. You see that? So if you want to develop wisdom, right? Okay, you have to fear the Lord. If you're not fearing the Lord, then you're not going to get blessed with wisdom, all right? You can go ahead and get it out your head, thinking you just gonna develop wisdom, smoking you a blunt, drinking you a fifth. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen, Kevin. I'm just gonna tell you now. Trust me, from a man that's tried it. It ain't gonna happen. Okay? You might be wise in wickedness, all right, but you're not gonna be wise in the Lord, all right? So we're gonna keep on going though. Let's go to Baruch now. Let's get a precept on that. Let's go to Baruch chapter 3 and verse 14. Go to Baruch. That's in your Apocrypha. Chapter 3 and verse 14. Right? All right, here we go. Okay. Learn where is wisdom. Where is strength? Where is understanding? That thou mayest know also where is length of days and life, where is the light of the eyes and peace. You see that? Learn where is wisdom. That's the word I'm wanting to pull up out of that. Learn where is wisdom. Okay? We have to learn where is wisdom. So let's find out where wisdom at. All right? We're going to find out where wisdom at. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 20. We're going to get through this kind of fast, y'all. All right? We're going to get Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 20. Wisdom crieth without. She uttereth her voice in the streets. You see that? She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates. In the city she uttereth her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Right? So that's where wisdom at. It's in your streets. A lot of times when you're running around and you're seeing them buddies in the fringes, or you're scrolling on your YouTube and you see a buddy on your screen. Hello. In fringes, wisdom cry about in the streets, man. All right? That's where wisdom is at. It's not in your cushy church houses with a greasy pastor behind a pew. telling you of tithe. That's all they're gonna know, tithe. And that's folly, man. That's folly with the Lord, man. All right. So now let's go. Let's get another precept. All right. Let's go to James chapter 1 and verse 5. So now you find wisdom in the streets, right? You wanna accumulate wisdom, right? All right. So now the Lord breaks everything down in details, right? So now you want to find out how to obtain wisdom, right? All right. Here's how you get it. James chapter 1 verse 5. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of Yahweh, that giveth to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him. Right? Right? Okay then. So I want to pull this extra one out too, because it's shining in my face. Go down to verse 8, because this is how you won't get wisdom. Okay? A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. You see that? So if you're not quite sure, I don't really know about God thing, and I don't really know about this and that and the other, the Lord is not going to deal with you. All right? You got to be 100% in this. All right? You got to be 100%. You got to give him your all, and you can't, there's no time for play. All right? Play on your own time. Don't play on the Lord's time. All right? Sound like a nice t-shirt. I might have to get that one made. Play in your own time. Don't play on the Lord's time. Okay? All right, so and another thing too, to accumulate wisdom, go up to verse 4. I just want to pull these out as I'm going, because all of the book goes together, and I show you that every show I get on. All right? But let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. You know what I'm saying? So we have to develop patience. That's been the word of the week for me. Seems like everybody I'm getting around, somewhere in the conversation, they spit out the word patient. I'm like, I got it, Lord. I got it. So whatever he's working on me on my next level is patience, which to me, I thought I had patience. But guess what? It don't matter what you think. That's what the Lord is trying to tell you. So it's good you hearken to it. So I'm going to hearken, and I seen that again. So now I'm just going to read it, because it might be for somebody else, right? All right, so we're going to keep on going, y'all. So let's go to Proverbs chapter 9, verse 9. All right, let's go back to Proverbs chapter 9 and verse 9. All right. Give instructions to a wise man, and he will be yet wiser. Teach a just man, and he will increase in learning. You see that? So you give something to a wise person. That's why this book is a book of wisdom also, because if you give something to a wise person, he increases his knowledge. Because you know what a wise person do? He won't take your word for it. He's going to go do his own independent research, look in the book, not sit back and be lazy and just heard somebody and now you walk around parakeeting everything that you heard the last person say. No, you're going to turn around and go and do your own research. And guess what? When you do that, you're going to look and say, wow, it's really in here. It's really in my book. And then guess what you're going to do? You're going to read on. Then you're gonna seek more diligently, and guess what? Your spirit gets hungry. Now you're interested. Now you know who you are. Now you want to seek more. Guess what you're doing? You're feeding your spirit child. Your spirit child is getting milk for the first time. This is food, bread, wine, oil, milk. All this is in the Bible, man. And when you're reading this is a spiritual book. You're not just reading this. This is not just a novel book. This is spiritual. These words in here are spirit. These words in here are life. All right? These words in here are life, man. So eat up. All right? All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to, let me see. All right, I already read that one. All right, so let's go to Mark chapter 4 and verse 11. Let's go to the book of Mark chapter 4, verse 11. All right, y'all there? All right, let's get it. And he said unto them, unto you it is given to know the mysteries of the kingdom of Yahweh. But unto them that are without, all these things are done in parables. All right, so let me break that one down. So the Lord is saying the reason why he put things in parables and he spoke in parables, because he didn't want everybody to get this. So when you're talking to somebody and they just can't get it, guess what? The Lord said I didn't have him assigned to get it. And then be patient. See, and there go that word again coming, because you have to be patient, right? Because some people ain't gonna develop or catch it as fast as you did. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that I had to learn when I first got in this truth. I was getting very irritated. Like, man, how you ain't getting it? How you don't get what? And it's just like, calm down, slow down. Some people, you have to put the seed in and you have to water it. I know that from now gardening. Some things you can't overwater. You will drown out the seed. Some just need a little bit of water, and some need a lot of water because they can take on more. All right? And so now I'm getting that. So now, no, I'm not going to be yelling down your door and all of that. No, I'm going to let you know, okay? And if you just get in a little bit, get in the seed and be humble and say, wow, I really didn't know that, brother. Dang, okay, thank you. And then, the next time you see him, if he asks about it, hey, man, what's up with that, the Israelite and the Lord and this, and then you fill him in with a little more. Don't overwhelm him, you know what I'm saying, or her. Some got to get the water, the milk, a little slower, okay? Certain infants, that even goes with babies. That's why I love the way this book calls us the children, because we are babes in this, right? It's a lot of this book that ain't nobody got all the knowledge of, because your brain might explode, okay? But some babies, you couldn't give them formula, a lot of take so many ounces. This infant might take 6 ounces, and this infant might take an ounce. You know what I'm saying? So what it is you give accordingly to what that person can take. All right? So now we're going to keep on reading. We're going to go to verse 12. That seeing they may see and not perceive, and hearing they may hear and not understand, lest at any time they should be converted, and their sins should be forgiven of them. Okay, you see what he's saying? That seeing they may see and not perceive. Some, you got eyes, but some you can't see. Some can't see what's going on, right? All right, and some got ears. And you can't hear. You know what I'm saying? You may not be able to hear what I'm saying. You may think, oh man, it's just this a little crazy, man. You talking about UFOs, brother? And you talking about this? You talking about that? And hey, I'm just telling you what I studied up on, because I went and read it, and it was actually in the book. I read it for myself. I did not take someone's word for it. I didn't just hear a man, because you got a lot of Christians now. They love to use that one. Well, it's more than just about yelling on the corner. I heard a brother tell me that before. Well, it's more than just yelling on the corner. Dude, ain't nobody just on the corner going, yeah, la, 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 la. Come on, man. Grow the hell up. You say that and then go to a Christian church and yell all around the church and run around saying, yabba dabba, habba dabba, shabba labba. No. It's more, you're right. It's more than just yelling on the corner. It's about coming on the corner and shake the hand and showing people they're in their iniquities, right? It's about telling them to convert, to change, to get yourself right before the return of the Lord come back with a vengeance, and you're on the other side of his sword. What are you doing on your Sunday? What are you doing on your Sunday? Other than yelling about somebody paying tithes all damn day, and you slapping a tambourine, and you got the damn bass player playing, and you got the women running around falling all over the damn floor with their wig falling off their heads. What are you doing to save souls? Because when they walk out of that door, the only thing different about them is the value that they came in with, that was in their pocketbooks. All right? Make it make sense, man. Let's make it make sense. And stop using all this folly. And you're not helping no one. You haven't changed no one. Right? Only thing you change is you make people talk phony and smile and tee-hee and then be fake, and then soon they turn their back, you cussing each other out. That's phony. So that's what you're teaching in your church, is how to be phony, false. That's not the way of the Lord, I'll tell you that. All right, so we're going to keep going. Let's go to Matthew chapter 18 and verse 3, right? Let's go to Matthew chapter 18 and verse 3. We ain't got many left. All right? Are you there? Let's get it. And said, verily I say unto you, except ye be converted and become as little children, ye shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven. All right, that's what I was just talking about. He called us babes and children, right? Because you have to humble yourself down like a child, because a child can be retaught again. But an old fool, you can't tell him nothing. You can't tell her nothing. All right? Verse 4. Whosoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child, the same is greater in the kingdom of heaven. You see that? Now I'm going to read this one. I'm going to scroll down, right? Because it's a twofold. It's going again. It's going for us and our children. Watch this. Verse 6. But whoso shall offend one of these little ones, which believe in me, it were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, and that he were drowned in the depth of the sea. You see what the Lord is saying? If someone offends us or our children, the Lord said, you might well go on and hang a millstone around your neck before I get to you. Because what I'm going to do to you is going to be worse. You don't want to play with this man when he come back, y'all. All right? I'm going for the winning team. Call it what you want to. Don't call me late for dinner. Straight up. So let's go to Matthew. Let's go. Let's scroll. I want to pull out so let's keep on. I want to read this yeah, so I just went on and put both of them in one. So I just want to read the last one, verse 7, because I just want to get more deep into it, right? Verse 7. Woe unto the world because of offenses, for it must needs be that offenses come. So the Lord's saying the offenses must come because it's part of the prophecy, right? We're going to have to stand bold as lions. Some of us are going to get killed for this thing, right? But if you're not working on building up your faith and your strength, you're going to fold in that day, right? So that's what we're working on, building up our strength in the faith of Christ, right? All right, so let's read on. I'm going to start from the top. Woe unto the world because of offenses, for it must needs be that offenses come. But woe to that man by whom the offenses cometh. Okay? He said, woe to the ones that offended you. That goes right back into it. Woe to that man by whom the offense cometh. All right? You the one bringing offense to any of the Lord's children, the Lord said, I'm going to be to see you. All right? You don't want that smoke, y'all. All right? You don't want that smoke. So listen. I got one more. All right? I want to hang it up with this one. I know this was a quick one, but guess what? Because I have another one that I just got, it's so much, and it's just been, listen. And it's a long one. And this, I'm telling you, it might be my first time doing like a 2-hour joint. I mean, I don't know. I might want to split it up and do a 2-part like I did this one. All right, just for the sake of time, to let people rest on the Sabbath and to finish getting some more of my brothers and sisters, edification. Right? I don't want to be hogging everything up. Right? And I want to, because I love to enjoy also the same people that a lot of y'all like to go enjoy. Right? All right? Because I don't get cocky and I'm just like, all right, I know this and I don't need to learn that. And no, this is the gift that keeps on giving. We get edified from one another because we all go into the book together. You see that? All right, so we're going to pull up. Let's go to Mark. Let's go to Mark chapter 4 and verse 13. All right, let's go back to Mark. And we're going to read this one down, right? All right. And he said unto them, know ye not this parable? And how then will ye know all parables? Right? So this is what the Lord is saying to the disciples, right? So it's finishing off from 12, all right? So I was finishing off that. So I'm going to just read it from the top, just so we can keep it in its entirety, right? Okay, that seeing they may see and not perceive, and hearing they may hear and not understand, lest at any time they should be converted, and their sins should be forgiven them, right? And he said unto them, know ye not this parable? And how then will ye know all parables? So he's asking them, y'all don't know about this parable? It's in the book. You haven't read about it? Because he was quizzing the disciples. The Lord stayed on his disciples' heels because if you don't, we'll fall to the wayside. Some of us get slothful. Some of us get lazy and don't want to keep on going. We think once you find out the truth, that's it. Some Israelites really think that, okay, well, I know I'm an Israelite now. We got the kingdom. We're going to get it. No. Ain't keeping no laws, no commandments, no high holy days, no nothing, right? All right. And the Lord going to be the seed. All right, so we're going to keep reading. The sower soweth the word. All right, so now he's finna get into how this seed, what I was just telling you about, is planted, right? Because what we are sowers. We're trying to catch you and sow the word in your head that it grows. Watch this. He breaks it down lovely, right? Verse 14, I'm going to start it again. The sower soweth the word, and these are they by the wayside where the word is sown. All right, if you're watching this, you're by the wayside where the word is sown, right? And outside on the highways and hedges. But when they have heard, Satan cometh immediately and taketh away the word that was sown in their hearts. You know what that is? Is when people is telling you, you ever gave a video to somebody and you told them, watch this brother right here, or you could be watching the video right now, and for some reason your phone won't stop ringing, or someone won't stop texting you. Let's read and see what that says again. But when they have heard, Satan cometh immediately and take away the word that was sown in their hearts. You know how people want to come by your house. Some people be watching the videos and on your Sabbath, people want to knock all on your door, calling your phone, asking, can you come in to work? Satan cometh immediately to take away the word. Guess what Satan could come as? Of mama, sister, cousin, child, husband, so on and so forth. Because you're never going to get in a situation where someone is going to call you and say, hey, this is Satan. What's going on? Stop listening to the word. No, you're never going to get that. Satan is a lot more crafty than that, right? All right. So you got to be aware, right? All right. So we're going to keep reading. And these are they likewise which are sown on stony ground, who when they have heard the word immediately receive it with gladness. I'm going to keep reading, right? And have no root in themselves, and so endure but for a time. Let me stop right there. Because you got some that'll take this word. Oh, yeah, man, I heard, yeah, we the Israelites. Wow, that's nice. Okay. Yeah, bet. Okay. I'm going to have to check this out. And then the next time you talk with them, they walk right on past like they don't know what you. Hey, man, you ever check that out? Oh, yeah, I was going to get to it, man. I ain't got around to it yet. I done had a couple brothers that said that to me. Oh, I ain't got around to it yet, man, but I'm going to get to it, though. You immediately received it with gladness, right? But you was full of crap. Procrastinating. All right? That's what you were doing. You were procrastinating. The Lord is not to be mocked or fooled. You can't fool him, right? So you endured it but a time, right? So we're going to keep reading. Afterward, when the affliction or persecution arises for the word's sake, immediately they are offended. So soon as stuff hits the fan, you're going to be the one offended. Why? Because you didn't study on to see what was going to be happening. You didn't want to study to see what was going to be popping off. It's going down in this book. All right? Verse 18. And these are they which are sown among thorns, such as hear the word, and the cares of this world, and the deceitfulness of riches, and the lust of other things entering in, choke the word, and it becometh unfruitful. So let me tell you something, what that's going into. Because you're so focused on the cares of the world that you what I'm looking for, you basically do away with the truth. Why? Because you know certain things that you love to do every day, you know you will have to change. So guess what you tell yourself? I don't really believe in that stuff. I don't really believe that Christ's black. I don't believe that we can't eat pork, shrimp, crab, or lobster. You know why you say that? Because you know if you believe it, then you will have to change, right? So you got some that act like they don't believe it, but guess what? The Lord knows what's going on up here. He know that you got sense. Some of y'all in the back of your mind figure, if I keep telling people I don't believe it, then I can keep on doing what I'm doing. But deep down inside, you really do believe it. Guess what? Aha. Aha. The Lord hears that. You can't hold your hand behind your back and tell the Lord, like Bruce Almighty, how many fingers I'm holding up. He already know it. Guess what? He knew it before you even put your damn hand behind your back. Stop playing with the Lord. You know, because if you believe, I got to put this damn blunt down now. I got to stop sleeping with multiple women or multiple men. I got to turn around and act right and stand up and show thyself a man. You know, if you do those things, you're going to have to change, because to follow Christ requires change. Okay? And guess what? And by you doing that, you let it choke the word and it becomes unfruitful. Why? Because you're not waking up nobody else. But you walking around knowing that you Israel and you're not telling nobody nothing. So it's unfruitful what you learn. All right, so let's keep reading. Verse 20. And these are they which are sown on good ground. That's the one right there looking at me right there. You. It's you. Sown on good ground. Let's keep reading. Such as hear the word and receive it and bring forth fruit, some 30-fold, some 60, and some in 100. That's the ones that's going out there. Hey, man, y'all know we Israel? Hey, you know we Israel? That's another parable that the Lord brought out talking about your talents. You're telling people the best of your knowledge. He ain't saying you got to know you cold with the precepts and all that. No, if you explain just enough to put a seed in and let that person go up themselves and go and find out. All right, let me look more into it. You bringing in people. So the word, by you learning it, it becomes fruitful because you spread the message. You at least tell somebody, hey man, look, let me send you this video to you real quick. Let me share this video to you so you can see what this brother talking about. Tell me what you think. At least whether they accept it or not, I mean, you did your part. Now your robe is clean. That's a good deal that the Lord got with us. Long as I did it and I sent it, hey, what you do with it, hey, it's on you, my friend. But now it's off my conscience and it's off my robe. All right? Your blood is not on my hands. I did try to warn you. All right, verse 21. And he said unto them, is a candle brought to be put under a bushel and under a bed, and not to be set on a candlestick? So the Lord is saying, you got to let your light shine, man. What is your light? What is you finding out all this stuff and you never tell nobody? You never say nothing. That's madness, man. That's total madness, right? The Lord said, let that thing out, man. All right, reading on. For there is nothing hid which shall not be manifested, neither was anything kept secret, but that it should come abroad. The Lord saying, like I said in my last one, we got to be big mouths for the Lord, man. He said, what I tell you in secret, go and tell them to the world. What he tells you, some of them late nights you can't sleep and you get in your book and all of a sudden you done ran across something. You're like, what the hell? Oh, I got to tell this. I got to tell somebody this because the Lord showed you in secret. And it's for you to tell to the world. All right? All right, reading on. If any man have ears to hear, let him hear. And he said unto them, take heed what ye hear, and what measure ye meet. It shall be measured to you, and unto you that hear shall more be given. So the Lord's saying it's measured unto you. Basically, what I was just saying is, some people you can't overwater their seed. All right, you'll drown them. Some, let them take your time with them. Be patient. All right, and the Lord will get the increase. The Lord know how to deal with that person. And you got some that's, man, you can keep. They be like, man, keep going. Tell me more. I need this. Come on with it. All right, they got that muscle in their mind where it want to be stretched out. And then so go ahead and tell that person. But each person know who you're dealing with. Some, if it look like it's overwhelming them, hey, pump the brakes and slow down off of them. All right? And that's the thing that I had to learn, right? So, that's what I wanted to get to. All right? And I just wanted to wrap that up. And I just wanted to flow through it. I wanted to get right to the meat of this today, right? Because I love y'all. And if you don't love me back, all praises. The prophecy still being fulfilled, whether you hear or whether you forbear, right? So with that being said, Israel, I love y'all. Shalom.